Hello and welcome back to HANOWEEN, where I'm doing a video every day in October. I have some books that I have got from various different places and I'm going to show them to you. So I haven't read any of these books, so I can't give you any reviews on them if they're good or not. If you have read them, then let me know down below. So we have a Murder, She Wrote book that I actually got off eBay and I loved the cover. Oh, with Angela Lansbury on the front. So the Murder, She Wrote was obviously a TV series about this crime writer called Jessica Fletcher, who everywhere she goes, there's a murder and then she solves it. And they were also put into books, but it's not the TV episodes that are just novelized into the books. It's completely different stories. So this is the second book in the Murder, She Wrote series, but you don't have to read the books in order because I've read them out of order. So I've read A Fatal Feast. I absolutely loved it. And then I'm currently reading the first book, Gin and Daggers, that ever came out. And this is the second book. So this is Manhattans and Murder, a novel by Jessica Fletcher and Donald Bain. And Donald Bain actually wrote over 115 books, and he was a ghostwriter. So the 115 books are books that he can publicly say that he wrote, and he has now passed away. But God knows how many more books he actually wrote, and other people have just put their names on it, and I just really like his writing. So I'm excited to get into this and read the second one. I then have another book that I got off eBay. This is Murakami's In the Miso Soup. I actually ordered it with the original cover, but it came with this new modern cover, which I don't really love the cover, but anyway. It's set in Tokyo. It's about an American tourist goes to Tokyo and he gets a tour guide. And it's told from the tour guide's perspective, I think. And he's thinking there's something wrong with this man. Is he going to turn murderous in Tokyo? And I'm leading him to these different kind of dodgy areas. And I'm worried that he's going to do something to the people here. And I'm showing him round and I don't know what's going on. But it also says our narrator isn't like a nice guy himself. He's not a perfect saint. And so I'm guessing we're going to find out about his life as well and what's going on with that. I just always wanted to read it. I've heard people talking about it all the time and talking about this author all the time. So I thought I would give it a read. We then have one with the most beautiful... Oh, sorry, my straw is in the way of my microphone. Most beautiful cover, and every time I see these books I think they're gorgeous, but they're always series and they don't have book one. So Debbie Macomber, she does like cozy books, and then she does these really long running series that people seem to absolutely adore. And so whenever I see the books in charity shops, it's like book 35 or something like that. It's never book one. And I have finally found one of her books that is the first book in a series. Look at that. Oh my God, so cozy. All the like knitting and everything. So this one is called The Shop on Blossom Street. And I've already started reading it. And it's about this woman who she's had cancer and she's 30 years old and she is finally kind of living her dream now that she's cancer free. But unfortunately her dad has passed away. So she has this sadness with it that everything she's doing, her dad can't see her achieving these things. But she always wanted to set up her own yarn shop in like a small town, and so she's found the shop. It's very cheap because opposite where would have been other shops has actually been turned into apartments, and the whole town is basically having a makeover. And so she's got this really cheap shop to set it up, and right at the beginning it's just her talking about, this is my dream, this might end disastrously, I may end up in debt, it may not work out for me, but I've been so close to dying before because I've had cancer that it doesn't really matter, and my dad's not here anymore, and I just want to live my dream, which he always told me to live my dream and do what I wanted, and so I'm gonna do it. And then I'm guessing the other women in the story, there's a woman who has a failed IVF, another one has a tough childhood, and I'm guessing they're all going to come into her shop and they're all going to link up in some way and all kind of help each other out. It just looks lovely. It just looks so, it's a lot sadder than what I thought. I thought it was going to be a really kind of fluffy book, to be honest with you. Fluffy, just escapism. But it's so sad. So sad, the beginning bit of it, when she's talking about her dad and that now she's finally cancer free and she's getting to live her life and she always dreamed of this moment. the person she wanted to share it with, her dad, isn't here, and how we put off things in life because we think, oh, there'll be a perfect time, but then what if the time is perfect, but then the people you wanted to share that thing with are no longer here? Oh, it's just gorgeous. I'm really enjoying it so far. It's a lot more serious than what I was expecting it to be. Tell me if you've read any of her books. I feel like she's brought out 1 million books, so tell me if you've read any, and tell me if you've read this series. I then have a book that I've already shown you when I was talking about eBay, and it's this one. It's Mary Higgins Clark, All Through the Night. Mary Higgins Clark, she used to write thrillers. She's passed away now. There's a picture of her on the back, and this is a Christmas book, and it's 2 characters that were in one of her most famous novels, which is The Lottery, and they're a couple, Willie and Alvera, and they solve other people's mysteries. So the mystery in this one is a woman goes and puts a baby on the churchyard steps to abandon it. And inside the church at the same time, there is a thief stealing a chalice. And then the chalice goes missing, but so does the baby. And so Willie and Ivera get asked to help out and see if they can find out what's happened, what is the mystery here. I wanted it in this cover, so this is like an old edition, because I just loved this gorgeous cover, but my edition came absolutely battered. I've done a whole video on it. The video that's called like, should I complain to eBay? I'm basically talking about this book and another book. And yeah, I'm still going to read it because I love this edition so much. I don't want to get a refund and send it back because I couldn't find any else with this cover. But it's so annoying that it was snapped. It's an ex-library book, but it didn't say that on the listing. But I am very, very excited to get into this. I read a lot from Mary Higgins Clark. I've read Where Are the Children, Remember Me, Stranger is Watching. I also read Silent Night, which is another Christmas Mary Higgins Clark, and it made me cry. They're very sentimental, her books, so it'll be a thriller, but then the undertone of it is a really sentimental, heart-wrenching story as well at the same time. And with Silent Night, it was so sad, and it was a novella. And if you haven't read Silent Night, you should read Silent Night. It's so good. And with like Christmas coming up, although I don't even want to talk about Christmas because I'm just living for Halloween right now, but with Christmas coming up, Silent Night is fantastic, and I'm hoping this is going to be similar to that. And I'm going to end this video here. I'm, of course, the Scarecrow from The Wizard of Oz, because earlier this year for my book club I ran on the channel, I chose The Wizard of Oz, and I was saying how terrifying the Scarecrow was, that he doesn't sleep. So when Dorothy's asleep in the book, he's like that, staring at her, his beady eyes. So I just thought it would be the perfect costume. But anyway, I'm going to end this video here, and I will see you tomorrow for another HANOWEEN.